Hey, welcome back to another update. By the time you're seeing this, I'm actually recording this the day before my 5 month anniversary of me doing voice acting every single day. This past month has been very strenuous on my mind, and I know that, like, saying, well, why don't you just take a break from it? Well, the thing that made me feel like I should not take a break from this was the fact of why I started. And I think the reason why I started in the first place with voice acting was very much having to do with all my inspirations and admirations of what I looked up to and how I really conducted myself, going from things that have stopped in my life, but also the things that keep me going in my life. And that's to say that there's not a certain thing that really stopped me from doing certain thing in my life, but I have recently went through a lot of change where I had to give up a lot of my education to pursue this, but also the fact that I am working a full-time job. I've noticed a significant change with me going full-time work and also trying to do voice acting as well as recording and recording sessions where I'm not only recording, but I'm also auditioning at the same time while recently going back into making YouTube videos for my somewhat main channel, and that will go unnamed because I want to keep my two entities separated. So, like, voice acting being its own thing, and it's solely on this channel, and then my actual YouTube channel being just separate. I honestly love that more than anything. I mentioned somewhat of voice acting in those videos on my other channel, but they're not so overlaying or overbearing onto those videos. I just mention it and that's it. And so people don't really know the amount of work that goes into that voice acting. And so now I'm in a place where I'm doing this on the side, but putting all of my effort into every single voice acting thing that I do now. Obviously, you can see sort of like a difference in my stature in how the way I conduct myself, mainly because of the fact that like I said, I went through a lot of change recent days. With school, I was encouraged by my personal family to pursue my master's degree. And in recent times, I decided, nope, this is it for me. So I decided, nope, I can't go to school because I don't want to, one, fail my classes. I know I wouldn't, but the chance of it being high is just not for me. And also the fact that B, the school cost a lot to attend as it is. So why would I want to go to school, but also have the chance of me not passing a class being there, when I could easily just gain experience over the years of me getting used to this full time job, but also getting used to being able to balance that with my voice acting. And I gave up my pursuit of going for my master's degree, which, as I was trying to make that decision, I was thinking back to one of my favorite voice actresses of all time, which I had mentioned about in one of my update videos. I can't remember which one, but Christine Cabanos being, how I was inspired by her. I was more or less thinking about some of the stories she shared and how there were some similarities when I was actually in the process of thinking about giving up this pursuit of my master's degree. And when it came down to it, I had to make that decision to just say, no, I'm cutting the line. And I really want to try doing my best at this whole pursuit of voice acting. I absolutely love it. And I would say that, like I said before, if it ever hits off, I'm going to pursue it 100%. What I mean by 100% is that I will literally drop my full time job, and if I'm making a profit out of it, my passion and fate has been decided. That's my whole thought process at this time. I gotta say, the 5th month, besides that whole how I've gone through all this change, besides that, on the side where, I'm talking about roles and stuff like that, it's been doing significantly better. I've been getting some roles. There have been different experiences within these roles. It takes me back to like the days where I was writing over like my demos and stuff like that. And it's very crazy to see it because in years' time, when I actually do become pretty major in the voice acting scene, because I know I will if I just keep doing this every single day, that it's just cool to look back upon those memories of me just doing all these things. And I won't forget any of the people that first casted me, and I'll always keep those connections dear to my heart. And I know like eventually once I do become big, I need to, for one, hire an agent to help me progress through the field, because it'll eventually come to that point. I don't have to worry about that right now, but in time it will be a thing that I will pursue. I absolutely love the amount of roles that I have been casted for, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these roles come into fruition. I've not gotten my first paid role yet. I don't necessarily care about that at this time. I care about just getting my name out there and having fun with it, which I am. I'm always just screaming my heart out, or either, just having such an emotional fun fest. If I'm having a bad day from work or personal life in general, and I'm still doing a recording, it's kind of crazy to say this, but even if you're sad, you have to be happy. I know that's kind of contradicting against your own feelings, and it kind of feels a little bit toxic in a way. But when I first experienced that, in those moments, I think about what people would do if they were in my place, disregarding any of the bad moments that I'm going through, how they would conduct themselves. And also keeping in mind that it's okay to have a moment to yourself before you start recording, because the one thing you want to do if you're going through a rough phase in your life and you are also needing to conduct yourself in a way where you're not feeling that way right now, dude, get all those feelings, as much time as it takes to just take care of your feelings, because they matter above any recording session that you record, any audition you record. That kind of stuff matters above all. So taking care of yourself for a moment, whether it's just crying into a pillow, screaming into a pillow, or whatever it could be. That's not my situation of what I did to take care of my own feelings, but for anyone else, it might be a little bit different. But the basic guideline for any upcoming actor or actress, whoever is watching this video, if they're inspired to continue or even get started, is to take care of your feelings first. That's the bottom line. And I can't say that enough, because I had to do that this month, and that was perfectly okay. And words of affirmation, like, yeah, that sounds great. Thank you for that. Do you need anything else? Oh, could you please help me out with that? Words that show kindness and respect above anything has really cemented myself in this field. I can't be more grateful for that. I know it's only 5 months comparison to 15 years. I mean, I'm probably going to look at this video in 15 years time and be like, I was tripping out about that. Even though I'm not getting into it in this video. And I know I will have come far, because you'll be watching this video and you're going to be like, wow, I came out of the other side feeling a lot better. That's something to be proud of. And you still strive through it. Trust and believe that things will work out. And that's the bottom line. That's my update for 5 months. Not a lot of people follow me on this account. It's mainly for just interacting sense, and something that to show my progress of. Like I said before, this channel has always been known for just showing off my progress and giving life updates without going into it. Next time you see me for my monthly update, it will be 6 months, half a year. I know that update's going to be pretty interesting too. I admire a lot of just the determination, the achievement to doing something for an extensive amount of time. I've gotten better at my craft, and I am glad to say it, but I am finally better at speaking. It's taken a while for me to actually get back on track, because I would never read or talk all the time. I and it's just made me so much more confident with myself. But with that being said, I will go ahead and see you guys in the next update, whatever it is. And yeah, take care.